Hi, it's Don. These are the inserts that I'm going to be putting into the engine block for the modification to do the bus. The bosses on the bus case are on this case, but they've never been drilled. So what I'm going to be doing is drilling it. The first part is I want to drill it to about a half an inch. It's just a start point. Bring it down here. It's set up for a half inch right now, approximately. Bring the drill bit back up a little bit. And drill a hole. Oops. Drill bit got stuck. The reason the drill bit stuck a little is because there was a hole drilled there already. But it wasn't drilled properly. There we go. Drill bit that I'm using is a 10.5 millimeter. This one wasn't drilled at all, so the drill is drilling right away. About a half an inch. Turn it off, and we'll grab the 8 millimeter drill bit. I think that's an 8.5. Yeah, 8 millimeter. A little bit more. We're going to drill too much. There. And that's about a half. Very slow to drill now. Pressure on it. A little bit more on it. Too much. What it's doing about it, I don't know. have to get some wrenches. On some of the cases, it's a really tight fit, and on some of the cases, you have to tighten this up with a nut. Some of it you actually have to pound the bracket on and put the 8mm bolt in. This one is a squeeze, because not all cases are alike. Pick up the nut later. Actually hit something. I'll be damned. That one had a helium coil on it. I gotta get a needle on it. Some of these cases have nothing, and sometimes they put a helium coil in, but this is kind of an oddball block anyway. There we go. It's out. It's still fine. Okay. We have the 8mm in, and we want to drill this. You have to reposition the base. Bring it up just a little. Lock it down. Lock down the bottom rung. See how close it came. Pretty close. Just take the drill, move it up a little bit. And there, lock back down. Okay. Got to find the depth. And what I did is I have a partial block, set the depth right there. But the blocks that I cut up, they're no good. Most of them are rotted out in the bottom and no way of fixing it because they're so rotted out. So we'll set this, push the button in to the depth that we need. And there it is. Doesn't have to be that accurate as long as you don't go through the block. Oops, I didn't set it correctly. Just as the bit is starting. When you do videos, you don't know what's going to happen. These are one cup cakes. This case was made by Volkswagen. It doesn't have the serial number on it. And it's a universal case. Lock it down. One little setback. Two little setbacks. Have to set this back down a little bit. Do I have enough room? Yep. Okay. So we're going to set this at the depth of the other studs. Which is a little bit deeper than the 8mm. This time, approximately with this up a little bit. I'll give it a little bit more space because the drill bit tip is right there. So just a little bit more. And we should be right there. Yeah, we're right there. There again, the hole is drilled. This does not have a helicoil in it. It was drilled at like 8 millimeters. So it's an offset hole. Put the tension on it. Well, they did put one in. There's a 10 millimeter little helicoil on that one. And not a 10, but an 8. That was odd. I'm going to go a little bit deeper to make sure I got all the helicoil out. That's the first time that I ever hit a helicoil on a case that hadn't been drilled at all. I mean, they have the holes partially drilled, but not to 8 millimeters. This hole is not drilled at all. We'll get the air and blow it out. There. We don't have to put up with the air compressor noise because I filled the tank before we started. So, Chucky. Then we'll get a tap. It's 8 millimeter for the 8 millimeter. This is for the 10. and see if we have enough to get it started. And we do. I could raise the table up just a little bit though. There. Lock down, unlock the tabletop, and start the tap. Take some of the pressure off. There we go. Put the pressure back on a little bit. So it doesn't move. Now why I'm doing it this way is a nice straight hole, as straight as a drill and as straight as the drill press is. Okay, that one's started. We'll back it off. Take the pressure off. Let that run up. There we go. Put the pressure back on. And start that moving. Take some of the pressure off so I'm not lifting the case. Okay, that should be good enough. Back it off. Let the coil release itself. There. That one's done. Now we grab it, the 8mm. They're really not 8mm, it's for the threads of the insert. Just one size up. Tighten it up so we can get it started. The pressure's too much. go. Okay, it started straight. Take the pressure out completely. Release the True Press, and we'll go over to the other table. There we go. And bottom this out. Okay, there should be. Moving so easily, I thought I could actually take it out with my fingers. So we grab the other tap, put that in. It started real good. Okay, with the WD-40. Bottom that one out. A little bit further than I thought. Bottom that tap out. There we go. grab the air, get John back up. The inserts come in different sizes. We're using the long ones. There's short ones as well. These are really good to fix the case for the bottom bolts. Get the red Loctite and the bolts. Oh, I forgot one thing. I gotta go back to the drill press. Okay. Back to the drill press for a minute. I need the spot tracer. Off, get the spot tracer for the 8mm hole. To remember about if I ever run into another one of these cases, that I've never run up with them with a helio coil. Okay, we'll blow it out again. Running out of air. That's good. So, we have the insert on. Have it on a bolt with 2 nuts. A little bit of Loctite. Red. You can use green as well. And the Allen wrench. there it is. Lock that down. This tool is the expander. It expands everything in the hole. So it's nice and tight fit. That's good enough. That won't be coming out of there. A little bit of red Loctite. Get it started. Lock it down. Should feel good. You see where I put the extender? That's weird. Oh, here it is. Hidden in plain sight. That's good. And we have one more 8mm left. We have to order more inserts. That was the right one. Oh, the insert's on it. Okay. So we have one more more insert left. Bring that down until it's tight. Get the 1/2 inch wrench. Or the 13, I should say. Turn it down. Well, the insert came with it this time. What I'll do, because I've run into this before, is put the expander on there. Deep enough and expanded enough. I already did the repair here. We'll show it in the video. That this one was all burned up. Somebody tried drilling the stud out. They drilled this out for the oil filter section, for the flow through oil filter. It's a really different block. It's a Type 3 universal case. Dual relief valve. And it's got the small stud. It probably isn't a Type 3 because it has the oil pressure switch. It's probably a 1970 case. And as I said, there are no serial numbers on it. This has been laying around in somebody's shop for quite a while and never used because I think they boogered up this hole and they didn't know what to do. And you can see right here where the tin gets connected. This has been shoved back and forth on the floor a lot. But the case is clean. It doesn't need to be line bored. I picked it up at a swap meet and made the guy an offer on it and bought it. Checked the inside and everything was okay. It's just that this was no good. And I knew I could drill these, except for the heliocoil part. I apologize for that. I should have looked a little closer. So, there you go. A case done. Now you can build an engine, put it in your bus. You don't have to use that adapter plate that they sell to put on here and put the crossbar on the bus on that adapter plate resting on the oil pump. So if somebody ever wants one, eventually, maybe, I have one. And you can see the second relief. First relief and second relief valve. And of course it's already the larger O-rings on top. Have to put an 8mm stud in instead of the small stud, because they use this. In 1970 they used a steel oil cooler, and that in 71 they went to the offset. So it's all set up for an offset except for the 8mm. So my son will back up, and we have the display cabinet all up, and the air compressor is underneath, so that's working out. I still have to put a stop here and a stop over there. There's a vibration from the heat and what have you, so it moves the cabinet. So I'll have to put a stop here and there. The doors open in the center. There are no doors on the side. And I have to get a piece of plexiglass to put in there. So, I hope you got something out of this, that it can be done. And these are things that I'm going to be building in the future. This plate is going to be for a cylinder head, so you can bolt it to here and then drill out the studs on the cylinder heads straight on the drill press. You stand it straight up and work it that way. I have to talk to the cats about how to do that. My cats are the inspector generals, the complaint department, and the engineering department. The complaint department is handled by Tigor, and she's a cat that you can't catch, so lots of luck getting her on the phone. And the inspector general is Precious, and the other cat is Claire, and she is in charge of all of the research and development of all the things we're doing. This plate here is going to be used eventually, I hope. It's drilled 8 holes. That's for the front axle beam. And you can bolt the front axle beam to this and then slide it into your engine stand, and why work on the floor? I made one up with a thinner material out in the garage. Works quite well. But the reason it hasn't been drilled and put together is because I want to drill it and make an adapter for the bus transmissions, and eventually get a bus case or rebuild a bus transmission. So have a good one, take it easy, and have fun.